Alright, this is Andrew Jelly with Jota Home Inspections. We're here today at 5393 East, 3850 North in Eden, doing a sewer scope. We've got the camera pushed all the way out to what looks like the main line, the city connection. You can see some water running from the neighboring properties. We're going to pull it back and see what we find. So this first connection point, that's called the nose on. It looks like you have good grade going into the main line, so that's good. That's one of the most important parts right off the bat. Now, as we pull back, you'll notice that there's a little bit of standing water right here. This could be an area where you don't have very good grade. It's not good to have standing water like that. You want everything to drain, gravity drain towards the city connection. And this is an area where it's not doing that. It's just barely covering up the top part of my camera. You can see right here where we're pulling back, and you can still see most of the line. And so it is an area where things are not going to drain as well. It could lead to things getting caught right there, solids having a hard time getting through there. But it's definitely far from the worst that I've seen. And it's also a good sign that you don't have anything large stuck in this area. So this is a ABS line. That's what that black plastic is that we're seeing. That's a good type of sewer pipe to have. They still use ABS or PVC on new construction, and you don't get a lot of issues like you do on some of the older cast iron or clay lines. This is what you want to see here. It's just a pretty empty line, no standing water, no roots coming in on the transitions or the connection points. I believe this line was about 110 feet out or so when we started from the city connection. It's a pretty average size sewer line. Average is about 100 feet out. I accessed the sewer line today through a clean out in the basement next to the water heaters. Pretty easy access point, which is nice. This looks like a clean out. That's probably somewhere in the yard. Another access point. Oftentimes they're buried, and then certainly today it's unlikely I'd be able to see it out there with all the snow that we have. You might have noticed a couple holes on the sides of the line. Those are other areas of the house that are draining into this pipe. There's another one right there. Alright, now we are back in the mechanical room. So just to recap, it's an ABS line. I was able to get all the way out to what looked like the city connection, which is good. Saw a little bit of standing water. That was the only concern that I found. Didn't look like it was holding any solids. Maybe something to ask the seller if they've ever had an issue with it. But it was fairly minimal. There wasn't my camera head was barely going underwater completely and getting submerged, which is generally not a huge concern, but again, it's not ideal. You want it to gravity feed all the way out. So I'm going to end this recording now.